Seems like every single video nowadays is gonna start with a cold start on my new to me 93 Wrangler YJ. She loves the cold. Damn it. What's going on, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to Olsen Auto. This is my 93 Wrangler YJ, just picked it up. The video won't really be about this, which is a good thing because the last two videos have been about it. We're gonna go pick up some better exhaust studs for the XL. The throttle cables are run okay. Gotta mess up with the stuff up at the handlebar. We're gonna grab some exhaust studs and try to make it run today. Finally got some keys made for the Wrangler. It was tough to find someone who could actually do it, but Avashan Hardware was able to do it. It's like he was so twisted, it wasn't really that easy. Check out this cool little mod. Oh yeah, my limiting strap came in for this side, so now we have OEM limiting straps on both doors, which is sick. I have a few other parts coming in pretty soon, and well, she's just doing great, just driving it, having fun. I haven't driven it since the key broke, but and that's funny because we had this snowstorm, obviously, and the best part about that is I had to drive the Prelude instead of the Jeep. But with the door straps on, what I am gonna do today is, before we work on the XL, we're gonna pop the door panel off on the passenger side and lube up the door handle, fix the lock a little bit. It's gotta be adjusted because the new keys don't unlock it, which, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, we're just gonna go grab some stuff, work on the XL, work on the Jeep. It's gonna be a fun, productive day today. It could either be a one-day vlog that's over in one day, get a bunch of stuff done, or it's gonna last until like Saturday. And it's Thursday today. I don't have work, so that's cool. We're gonna work on the Jeep, the XL, hopefully get the XL running. Once it runs, put the new plastics on it, and we'll be pretty men. So let's get into the video and let's go grab some exhaust studs. So it's like a day or two later, and I was able to get the XL running actually with the exhaust on. There was a leak. I think I fixed the main leak. It still leaks at the muffler where it connects the actual header, but it seems to run pretty decent. It doesn't want a warm start still. My hunch is valve lash, but I'm not sure. Gotta look into that a bit more, and I know I said there wouldn't be much Jeep content in this video, but there will be. We're taking the Wrangler, we're gonna go pick up the extra rear end, the radio, we're gonna grab some paint, we're gonna be painting the lower half of the Jeep, making it look all pretty. We're gonna be wiring up the head unit, putting in my new rear window struts, fixing a lot of the little issues that it has. One of the things we just noticed is that it is overcharging the battery a little bit. It's not the end of the world, but it's something I'd like to get fixed quickly. So gotta look into that, maybe grab a different alternator because he is running a higher amperage alternator, so it's worth looking into. But we're gonna head out, we're gonna take the Jeep all the way back to where she came from out in Manchester, Connecticut. It's like an hour or so drive. Waiting on Seth, but he is the slowest driver I know, so who knows where he is. So I just went out, it was me and Seth, we went out to Manchester, Connecticut. We grabbed the rear end, we grabbed the radio, I'll show you guys the radio in a little bit. And I also stopped at Walmart and grabbed some stuff so we can paint the Jeep. So the Jeep is going to be making some huge strides forward. I have some parts sitting next to me, going to be painting it. Rear latch, struts, radio, bunch of cool stuff. Heading out to Seth's house so I can actually work in a warm garage. So let's go ahead, let's go do that, and let's make this Jeep finally look really good. So this Jeep, TJ, right? Yep. Yep. What year is it?
97.
97 TJ.
Four-banger.
Oh, poor guy. We have my 93 YJ, and of course there's one 89 YJ outside. So this is officially the Jeep garage now. Is this still a 2.5 or is this a smaller one?
It's a 2.5.
2.5, so it would be the same motor that would have been in that if it was a 4. The reason we brought it in is to let all this stuff warm up. Gonna clean it up, throw some Bedliner and all of that, make that all look pretty. And the radio, because it's actually warm in the garage, so let's just get to it. So these rear struts were like ridiculously easy to do. You just pop off a little clip and then they pop right off. Took probably a minute to do both of them. It took me longer to actually cut the little green strap holding it together, so that's a little embarrassing. We also just rewired these in because they were all ripped and gross, so put new connectors on those. Took again another minute and a half. And now the strut fully supports itself, or the rear hatch fully supports itself, and the rear heater should work. assuming all the other plugs are good and dandy, which they look to be. So now it's time to probably either move on to the radio or start cleaning up the Jeep and getting it ready for paint. So right now what I'm doing is using some simple green to go ahead and clean up these flares, clean up this bottom piece down here. As you guys can see, even though it's just wet, it already looks better. Of course, I'm gonna dry it off and then do probably one last wipe down, but even just wet and clean, it looks way better. Now imagine this when it's all black and paint match, gonna look super, super nice. So that's the plan. Gotta do the other side, and hopefully it'll all be good. Gotta also put this back on a little bit because it's falling off. So with those rear struts in, we're now prepping it up for paint, cleaned off all the stuff like I showed you. Now we're masking everything off. Gonna mask off the wheels, of course. And I kind of like the white and red two-tone, so if we should two-tone it, let me know. But that tape's not sticking and it's being a total pain. Just sort of finishing up and then one last clean, and then hopefully we'll get to painting and it'll look similar to this Jeep with the Bedliner. It's got Bedliner on the inside as well, so hopefully it comes out well. So the head unit has been installed, wired in. Now I didn't film any of that because I had no idea what I was doing, but now that I have a general idea and grasp of the concept, it's just connecting yellow to yellow, white to white, all that stuff. I'll probably be doing one in the Prelude pretty soon, whenever I get the money for it and decide to do it. So if you guys want to see a video, I'll probably do a little bit more in-depth on that. It literally is just connecting colors to colors, so pretty simple. Doesn't sound the best, but it doesn't sound the worst. One of the speakers, this speaker right over here is blown out, but that one's good and the sound bar is good. So let's find a song that's copyright free. This head unit's kind of cool because you can skip and all that stuff.
So welcome to the intro. Step up on the mic, they don't know who it is though. Talking that shit, why you acting like a bitch, bro? Got a new girl, but I'm trying to keep it real slow. Fake ass people in my majors, cause it's biz though. Beat kinda hard, gonna hit you in your hip bone. Been doing this since when I'm in a...
Literally no bass in this thing, but it doesn't sound terrible. And now the next step is to flip the Jeep around and start painting the other side. This is how this side came out. Oh, the radio says goodbye when I unplug it. That's so cute. So all the flares, all that bottom piece was done. Screwed this piece in with a little self-tapper because it wasn't really attached. And that came out pretty decent. Gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, and that should wrap it up, hopefully. So the flares are all painted, matched up the side on both sides. Got the radio all hooked up and working. Got the drag bar adjusted. Got the rear window struts in. Got a bunch of the little things that were just annoying me fixed, which is awesome. The rear hatch thing up is a huge touch. Hopefully the steering wheel is close enough to straight when we go to actually drive it. I guess we'll see when we start driving, but should be pretty solid. The flares look so much better than the Bedliner. Let me get the flashlight on it. As you can see, that looks way better on both sides. Obviously, one of the next things to do is probably to buff out some of the paint. You guys can see all of those swirls in there. This poor thing was abused. Now, this isn't the factory paint. I'm like 99% sure it's not factory paint. I think the red was slightly less sparkly, slightly less flake. But I'd like to buff it out, paint match a few of the little things like the front of the grill and little things like that. So finally got the flares painted, everything's all set. I think I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys liked it, I know I said I wouldn't be doing another Jeep video. Hopefully in the next video, the XL will be going back together for the last time. That's the plan. I'm probably gonna do that Monday night, tomorrow, Monday night, somewhere around there. Because I wanna get that done, I wanna get that thing sold. I've had fun with it, but it's time for it to go. I know I said I wouldn't do this many Jeep videos, but had to get done. It was stuff I could do, so I did it. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more Jeep content. I'm not sure when the next Jeep video will be, probably sooner rather than later, but I will be making more content for sure. Hopefully do a little bit of off-roading in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this. Back then they would laugh when I say shit. Now I'm inside all them people's playlists. So one day I'll be stomping.